There's your screws right there. Bang, bang, bang. Drop them in. Welcome back to Get Tales. In this video, we're going to go over the rest of the features on this Andes case. It's going to be the 3.5-inch drive mounts, as well as the expansion card slots in the back. It's some pretty cool stuff there. I'm excited to show you the full running hexadecicore at the end of this video, so let's get started. Find this. I was wondering how I'd be mounting this without a bracket inside of here, but of course showing you what I had shown you earlier, these brackets come out just like the other ones do. Pop, pop. Got these little footies here that we could take off. These like pop right out. They're not like glued on. They're like molded they're molded rubber. Right. Pop them right back out in them. However, it would seem that this is designed to line up with these holes through these feet. It's really not through any of these holes. It'll line up with nothing. Either side. The other side is no screw holes. These line up fine. It's got a funny looking screw that holds up to it, but what we see in a bag of tricks but a funny looking screw. Matter of fact, you drop it on down and it finds the thread actually right where you wish it would. And it comes on down just where you wish it would too. And we're just holding this thing in place, so that's not the right screw. It is now. Come back over with your driver and take care of all these individually. And this is nice and firm. Sitting inside the case. Makes me happy. One thing hard drives hate is moving. There's just a big spinning gyroscope, and the platters are super sensitive. A little bit of dust and the whole thing goes kablooey. That's why they're all vacuum packed. A little bit of torque the wrong way hits the reed head. So right here. Maybe? Nah. Reed head's down here. Flip it over the device. And when that thing's spinning at good speed, you twist it all of a sudden, you could hit the reed head. The reed head scratches across the disc. Bada boom. Alright, you're out of your day there. Alright. That's all we really need for that. And it goes right back on in. That's something pretty. I have put together quite a few rigs in my time, and few cases have ever been this kind of pleasing to work with. Really consider it. I see what they have their motto about we listen to consumers or something. This is a custom builder's case here, that's for sure. All right. Now we got that in. Give it power. Wonderful. Man, it's nice to have things in places where they should be. Feels nice to snap that in like that. Right. And the rest of this is a few extra parts. There we go. more review on the Anades case. Just setup in general. I was showing you at the end of the last video these little tablets here, which match right on up to your 2.55 devices. I have these nice little screws, and they lift off. So even before you place the screw, I got the thing set. So driving the screw up in there, not a problem. You're not battling with gravity and placement of the screw. Primo. And as I said before, you can, having dealt with this case for a few hours now, I can with confidence run my finger along this. These are, each one of these edges, right down to a nice smooth finish. Very happy to touch it. As described before, the cords have plenty of room to be stashed away. Inside of here is actually an entire other harness specifically for this very old school style of wiring for plugs. Looks like this when it's connected. If you've opened up old computers, you know exactly what these look like, and they don't. The way that the new ones snap in these days. Here's one of the old ones. Right? The contacts just go in there. And that's your power supply. Right? And these days, you kids with your new power supplies, you know how good you got it. Why, back in my day. Nowadays, check this out. That saps in nice and easy. Has a certain way up, you see? And it is very positive when you click it in.
Until, from the midst of this darkness, a sudden light broke in upon me. A light so brilliant and wondrous, and yet so simple. Changed the poles from plus to minus, and from minus to plus.
But both styles are being used here, right at the bottom of the computer. One for this hard drive, and also the solid state drive. And the other harness for the fans, actually. Up front, they use the old style. Old school like the old school. Casing's back in. What else is grand about this case? You may have seen this earlier. Maybe not. If you haven't. This. Genius. Alright, here's our familiar expansion card setup, yeah? Here we got my USB 3s hanging out. Down there's the power supply. There's the switch. Here's that big old display card hanging out here, and rates and back fan, right? keyboard, Ethernet currently, and another Ethernet. So when one's dealing with these, if you've dealt with these, you know what I'm talking. You'll know what I'm talking about. There's a certain point where you basically have to be pushing down these objects, into their seating. You can see the card, and kind of when the green light flashes on, just barely, the seating we're trying to kind of fit in to the board. You can see that up here too, underneath those blue memory chips. Kind of hard to see, but right where this board that's sticking out of us connects the expansion slot, right? So you've got that thing seated, and then you've got the screw in, and there's a little slip hole, but it never works. And you're trying to hold down the thing while you're screwing in, so you got the screw, which is kind of, it's going through metal, like a kind of like a sheet rock on metal kind of screw. Like this, right? It's going through metal, and you can totally strip this stuff out. And you're trying to get that screw in place while holding this card in place, and you got your screwdriver. Always a pain that protects. Particularly if you're trying to seat this thing correctly the whole time. Look at this. You got this big plane here. You kind of just make sure you got it down there on the case right here. That's the cards. It's top of the cards there. This. Just squeeze down nice and tight. There's even a screw to really kind of fasten it on. And then there's your screws right there. Bang, bang, bang. Drop them in. And these are nice and tight. Perfectly aligned. Very cool feature on this case. And Anides. Anidees. Anides. I've been loving this case. This is where that whole hard drive case and motherboard is stored. And where the two sets of processors are. The whole motherboard is separate from this, the hard drive and the power supply. And behind the motherboard controller right here, actually behind the expansion cards here, those SSDs that we were seeing before. And they're all on the other side of the case. Really kind of great compartmentalization of purposes and needs. I don't need to open this up too much, actually, this whole front area. Running, as you'd say, whisper quiet. That's in high mode. I'm sorry, that's in high mode. This fan shouldn't be any difference.
I wonder Amazon is probably about
Yeah.
180,000 square foot space at SF.
Oh, there you go.